As of the time of recording this, it is May 19th, 2026, 11:58 a.m., and I am starting a new project that I am titling Slef. The idea for this project hit me while I was sitting at my desk at my job that I hated and later abandoned, surrounded by screens and white fluorescent lights and plastic. I felt like I was at a dead end, and I needed something to put my energy into, something real to focus on. It was in that moment that the idea for this project struck me. It wasn't original, it wasn't unique, it wasn't new, but it was me. This project in particular is special for two reasons. The first being that it is very personal. A lot of the ideas that I have are raw and gritty, and I don't want to restrict myself in my creative process and how I go about approaching this because of that. And the second reason this project is special is because it's something that I've never really explored before. I haven't ever made video content. I haven't really made video content, let alone long form video content, and so exploring that will be very new. The whole idea of making any sort of long form video, especially something that will go up on a platform like YouTube, is very foreign to me, but I definitely believe that it is a learning experience, something new to try out, another medium to explore. Because the concept of creating something like a long form YouTube video is very different to me, I needed something that mattered to force myself to make several of them. Earlier, I mentioned the year-long timeline, and to break that down further, the goal is not just to make a handful of portraits over the course of a year, but rather to create one portrait every month for 12 months and record, document, and produce a video for each one about the process. Forcing myself to create one portrait each month and work within that timeline will make the documentation process much easier, as I'll have a deadline within a deadline. With that, I want to record my process. I want to take photos and videos, record inspiration, and eventually produce something relatively high quality for each portrait that I create and push it out there. I don't just want to stick to one medium either. One of my biggest achievements in my art and my artistic endeavors is how many different forms I've worked in, how many different mediums I've worked in. I've done photography, I've done drawing, I've done painting, collage, jewelry and metalwork. Pretty much anything that you can think of, I've probably tried once, and I want to continue that pattern going forward because that is one of my favorite parts of creating art. One of the other big parts of this project is further establishing myself in the digital hellscape that is the internet. And I could sit here all day and complain about how much I don't want to do that, how much I don't want to make videos, but being an artist in the modern age is incredibly difficult, and producing social media content is essential if you want to get yourself out there and show people what you have to create. I have many goals for this project, but to simplify it, I'll break it down to three big ones. First, I want to create 12 meaningful self-portraits over the course of a year and document the process. Second, I want to record, edit, and produce one long-form video related to each portrait and post them to YouTube or other social media platforms. And lastly, I want to push my art out to more people and grow my, influence on the platforms that I am established on, just because I think it would be fun to. In order to give myself enough time to prep for the first portrait I want to do and learn how to edit videos and gain a little more knowledge on that, I'm officially going to be starting this project in June of this year. If you don't want to wait that long, you can follow me on my Instagram page, where I have posted pretty much everything I've created since August of last year, and I will continue to do that. And if you just want to support me in general, commenting, liking, following, interacting with pretty much anything I create means more than you can imagine. Anyways, I guess I will see you guys in June. Until then, keep loving art, fuck AI, and create beautiful shit. Peace.